Excuse me. Could I have just a moment of your time? No offense, but I want to get to know the real you. Like, the real you. No offense. No offense. If you have a moment, I would like to get to know the real you. The real you. No offense. The real you. The real you. No offense. Hey guys, thank you for tuning in. I know we started just a little bit a little bit past time, but we are here. So if you guys can, go ahead and hit the share button for me. We do have Ncute in the building. We're gonna go ahead and get a wonderful interview off for you guys. But this is gonna be different. It's gonna be something that we have never done before, and we had to be able to do it for the first time, thanks to the help of my lovely wife. For those of you who don't know, Ncute does natively speak Spanish. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna ask some questions. We're gonna have some Spanish-speaking audience members. We're gonna have some English-speaking Spanish audience members. But wherever you are, we're gonna make sure that you understand everything that's going on as far as the conversation. So thank you for the opportunity for tuning in to get to know this wonderful music artist. You guys are gonna get to know some wonderful details about him today. So do me a favor, hit the share button, and we're gonna go ahead and bring them guys in and get this started. So without further ado, I appreciate you guys. Let's kick it off. All right. So like I said before, thank you to Ncute, and thank you to my wife for being on today to facilitate this so we can make this happen. We're not gonna take up too much of his time today, so I do have some questions for him. So that you guys can get to know him to the best of ability while we do have this precious time with him. Okay, sounds like a plan, guys.
Perfecto.
Perfect. Yeah, we're ready.
All right, so let's kick off the first things first. I like to make sure that every story starts from the beginning. How did you get your name? How did you put your name together, boss?
My name is the letter N is because my name is Naum. So I get the letter N to the word cute. So it's because someone tell me one day, you're so cute, but that time, man, I don't speak English. And I was so curious, and I go to the Google and translate what a cute means. And then I say, oh, man, this is so great. And then I put my initial name, a letter name, and then put Q. So that's when I Ncute started that name.
Gotcha. Now, would you like to say that in Spanish as well for the Spanish?
Sí,
You can.
yeah, for sure. Mi nombre nace porque una vez alguien me dijo que yo era cute y en ese momento yo no sabía qué significaba la palabra cute. Entonces, fui a traducirlo y me encantó cómo sonaba con mi letra de nombre inicial, que es Naum, y le puse la letra N y la palabra cute. Así fue que nace el nombre Ncute.
Awesome, and I appreciate that. Where did you grow up? I know you got a lot of pride, but I gotta ask you so you can celebrate it, man. Where did you grow up?
I grew up in El Salvador, and San Miguel is the name of the department of Salvador. And I'm starting basically in 2000, right at the end of 2007, and started 2008. That's when my career started. And right now, so basically, I'm so proud when I came from because everyone's talking about Salvador now because we got a lot of stuff, new president, new government, everything's cool, man.
Yes, sir. Would you like to uh, also translate for them as well?
Yeah, for sure. Mi carrera, bueno, yo soy de Salvador, de un departamento que se llama San Miguel, y mi carrera inicia a finales del 2007, empezando el 2008, y es ahí donde tomo la decisión de entrar en la industria de la música y de verdad que me siento súper feliz de representar el país de donde vengo.
Got you. What made you first go into a studio? Like, when did you first discover that you had this talent in music?
Yo inicio mi primera vez en el estudio fue en el 2000, to be honest with you, fue en el 2008. Es la primera vez que yo entro a un estudio, es donde grabo mi canción que se llamaba Dime que no, que fue una canción de las primeritas que hice y de verdad que para mí era la mejor del mundo, pero en realidad no sonaba como la mejor del mundo. Y alguien me dijo, mira, sabes que eso no sirve y eso como que en realidad me destruyó en aquel momento, pero me hizo ser más fuerte y empezar a hacer mi trabajo bien.
Babe, would you translate for us?
Translate, yeah, that's good.
So what he's saying is, what was the question to begin with?
He said, well, shout out to
I
those on
told you.
TikTok as well. Shout out to those on TikTok as well. But
Right.
no, I asked him when did he discover, you know, that he had this talent for music and what got him into it. I believe he said around 8 years old. But
En el 2008 fue cuando entró a un estudio. So, okay, so in 2008 was the first time that he ever entered a studio, and that's when he had the song, ¿cuál era el nombre?
Dime que no.
Tell Me No, which back then he says that he thought it was, you know, the shit, the bomb.
yeah, of course.
And then he had somebody tell him, you know, that's not it. That's not it. So he's saying that it crushed his dreams at the moment, but that's actually what made him, you know, get stronger and concentrate more into what he wanted to do, which is music.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Which one of your songs personally that you've recorded is your favorite to perform?
Mi canción favorita es Te Fumé, que básicamente acaba de salir hace 2 semanas la canción y créeme lo que eso es mi tema favorito. Tengo muchas canciones, alrededor de 53 ya en mi canal, pero la canción que acaba de salir se llama Te Fumé, que es un trap y está súper bueno.
So his favorite song at the moment is Te Fumé, which is like I smoked you pretty much. But not really going through that I smoked you that you know, Matthew. That just came out on June 9th, if I'm not mistaken. June 9th, and that is to him his best out of 50 plus songs that he already has in his channel.
That's awesome. How would you say that you've changed from the first time you walked into that studio to the last time you walked out of a studio?
Creo que muchas cosas. Usted sabe que, pues, primero es la experiencia. Cuando uno va por primera vez, es como que el estudio, o sea, es algo que no deja que, básicamente te pone nervioso. Hay muchas técnicas que debido al tiempo uno va aprendiendo. Entonces la diferencia es que ahora soy más seguro a la hora de grabar, sé mi color de voz, sé muchas cosas que en aquel momento pues ignoraba. Y gracias a Dios ahora ya tengo mi técnica para hacer mis canciones.
Right. So when he first would enter the studio at the beginning, of course, the experience is different. First time experience, nervous. You don't know how to use his voice the proper way too. So now he's a lot more comfortable. He knows what he's worth pretty much, you know, too, because he has, and that song De Fume, that's I listened to it like after that. It's really good. I really liked it. Yesterday I was in here just listening and I was like, oh wait, let me put it again. Like, but he is a lot more confident, you know, in because he has more experience. He knows how to use his voice. He's managed to string a lot of his characteristics.
Y hay algo muy importante que la gente también no sabe de mí, es que yo también me produzco, yo hago mis canciones, yo soy mi propio productor también.
So he's his producer. He makes his own songs. He's the man that does it all.
Okay, so you mix and master as well. You mix your own tracks. Awesome.
Todo.
No, yeah.
Awesome. How are you self-taught? Did you teach yourself how to do these things, or did you go to school, or how did you get involved?
En realidad no, yo creo que yo lo he hecho a puro golpe de aprendizaje, de fallar, de hacer muchas cosas que en realidad me tocó por necesidad también económica. En aquel momento no tenía cómo pagar un estudio y cuando lo logré hacer, pues fueron bien pocas las ocasiones. Entonces dediqué a aprender mucho, a ver mucho tutorial y fue así como aprendí a grabarme también y me ahorré mucho dinero en todo el camino.
So he basically taught himself. It was self-taught, financial situation. He watched a lot of YouTube tutorials, which you know yourself that porque él también,
Understand.
él así ha aprendido también.
Nice.
Él solo se ha enseñado a hacer todo lo que hace.
That's cool.
Pero bueno, no estamos hablando de él hoy. It's not about you, Matthew.
No, it's okay. It's okay. I mean, you know,
Pero
we share something similar. You know, he's an artist too.
yeah, well, he produces y todo eso también, hace beats y todo. But like again,
Wow.
it's not about
That's
you
cool.
today, Matthew.
Oh no. No.
But no, yes, está bien, o sea, es algo que te da así como un entender, you know what, todos podemos hacerlo,
Exactly.
con empeño, ¿verdad? Con disciplina, pero es like the will, you know, so, you know, everybody with the determination will and is able to do it. And all you have to do is pretty much believe in yourself. Tienes que creer en ti mismo para poder lograr todas tus metas, all your goals.
That's true.
Amen. So what's your favorite program or DAW to use? Because now that I know that you do both.
Man,
Ya le
you
gustó.
gonna? I don't know if we wanna share this, but man, I know a lot of producers. They told me, Ncute, I don't know how you do to recording voice, do whatever you do in FL Studio, man. You know,
What?
I'm trying different DAWs, man. I promise to you. I try Pro Tools. I try what's the name
Logic?
of this? Studio One. I try Reaper. I try, man, and I don't feel comfortable, man. I'm still, you know, I'm a FL Studio guy, man.
Hey, you definitely make the most magic where you feel the most comfortable. Definitely, I understand. I'm a Logic guy myself. I love Logic, so I understand.
You're like, that's cool, man. That's cool.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So since you already are on the mixing side, do you imagine a sound and you know immediately when you go into the studio what sound you're looking for and you put that together, or what's your process in creating a song? Like what inspires the song?
Honestamente, yo hago música tratando de que las personas se identifiquen, que yo pueda transmitir esa energía a ellos y ellos pueden decir, wow, yo viví esto, yo puedo sentirme identificado con esta canción, pero también hay experiencias que vienen desde mi persona y yo las escribo y también la gente se identifica con ellos.
You're right.
You want me to translate that for you, sir?
Go ahead. Yes, please.
So he says that it's like mainly he tries to write, you know, so that people can identify with the song, with the writings, with the wordings. But a lot also comes from personal experience. And his main focus is for people to be able to identify themselves with the music, with the song, with the words. So, you know, also with the personal experiences that he's had, there's a lot of people that, you know, can identify themselves as well.
I understand. If you could pass some wisdom as far as some of the things that you've learned in the industry since you've been in the industry, what is some things that you may tell somebody who's looking to come into the industry that they may not know ahead of time?
Este es un consejo que siempre yo le doy a los artistas que están en proceso, igual que yo, es que la música, la industria es bien difícil, es algo que te golpea de una manera despiadada, que si no sabes estar bien parado donde estás, créeme lo que rapidito, o sea, dejas la música, pero yo solamente les digo que se vivan los procesos, perdón, que aún así sean malos, tienen que aprender de ellos, eso te forma como artista, te forma como persona, y te apuesto que el día de mañana que todo se nos dé, que cumplamos nuestro sueño, lo vamos a disfrutar más que cuando la fama te llega de golpe, porque así uno no sabe en realidad psicológicamente qué hacer con ello.
Okay, so let's try this. He said that basically the advice that he gives is like pretty much like never give up, always be persistent on your goal. Music, he's saying it's a very damaging career. Like it's hard, which you know we both know that it can be very demanding, very hard, tough to make it. It's not easy. It's you have to go through a lot, and it's mainly what he's describing is it counts a lot when you actually go through the process and not just get fame out of nowhere, which is nice. It's nice. But when you go through the process, all through that hard, challenging career and journey, you actually enjoy and you know what to do with all that fame that you end up having. Because sometimes, a lot of the times, I mean, people get famous and everything, but they don't
They're not
know
happy.
they don't know how to handle it because it was too much too soon. They didn't it pretty much they didn't sweat it. No sudaron la gota gorda para llegar a donde estaban. They didn't sweat, they just had it easy. And it's just so different. It's a different experience. It's an experience where, you said, damn, I made it. I
Mhm.
made it. I made it, and to be proud of yourself and know that although you went through a lot of challenges, a lot of things throughout the journey, you made it, and that's for me. That's also it's a good thing. It shows you how humble you are too. And always just stay humble. That's one of the most important things. Always be humble, because
That's true.
just like you can be up there, you
Yes,
can
sir.
come back down.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. If you had the ability, what's a way that you would give back to your community to make it either a better experience, than what you had growing up, or how would you enhance, the world to make it a better place for those who are hoping to follow in your footsteps one day?
La verdad que créeme lo que me gustaría hacer muchas cosas. Tengo en mente, de verdad, le pido a Dios que me dé siempre esa guía, que me ayude, que me dé sabiduría para poder hacer las cosas bien. Pero a futuro tengo muchos proyectos, tengo muchas cosas que quiero hacer por la comunidad, por todos esos chamaquitos de mi país, de El Salvador, que están luchando igual, pero por una situación económica quizás no pueden alcanzar sus sueños. Entonces tengo en mente hacer muchos proyectos, ayudar a muchos jóvenes con talento, poder poner mi compañía musical en El Salvador también, para poder apoyar a todos esos jóvenes, como te digo, o sea, que por falta de economía no pueden de verdad llevar a cabo su sueño.
He said that one of the things, and mainly, is that he has plans, a lot of projects to, brand pretty much his business in El Salvador. He wants to help the younger generations, be able to accomplish their goals, especially if they're talented and what they're going through is like a financial, if financial is what's holding them back, be able to help and assist and help them with their career. Que es algo, se me hace un poco chistoso porque de hecho nosotros por eso hacemos esto. Nosotros, bueno, mi esposo tenía su hermano que lamentablemente falleció hace unos años. Él era muy bueno, rapero en inglés.
Wow.
Pero buenísimo. Y lo que a él lo detuvo es no obtener el apoyo económico, sino, o sea, él hubiera llegado a ser, ¿verdad?, muy buen
Claro,
artista.
claro.
Entonces, de eso fue cuando él falleció, de eso salió y creció esto que hacemos. En memoria a él y porque no, si nosotros podemos aportar un poco para que alguien que está luchando por esa carrera necesita un empujoncito, no sé, en lo que nosotros podamos ayudar, es lo que hacemos. Para eso estamos nosotros aquí.
No, pero you guys doing great, porque hay mucha gente que necesita este tipo de exposición, más un artista. Yo de verdad que estoy muy agradecido de antemano, se los digo. Y pues bueno, contigo que hablamos desde que me dijiste, yo te dije, vamos, hagámoslo de una.
Sí, le dije, no, cállate, estaba yo, no, me contestó. So I was just telling him, about your brother, that he is, in memory of him, as the main reason that we do what we do. Because he was very talented, and the only reason that he didn't go as far as he should have been was because, unfortunately, we don't always have that financial support, from others, even just emotional support, like just any kind of support. we might not know or realize that somebody needs it, but there's always somebody that needs a word of encouragement.
Hey, you never know. You never know what could change someone's day. You know what I'm saying, or help keep them from going over the edge. So, hey, be a blessing to somebody. Definitely. You know what I'm saying? Like Ncute has blessed us today to be on the platform. I definitely appreciate you, brother.
No, thank
I
you,
got
man.
I got a couple more questions, my man, and I'll be able to
Yeah,
let
for
you
sure.
go. I appreciate you. As far because you are a producer, and I know you do have this, the singing career as well. Are you looking to produce for other artists, or is that something that you do as well, or are you more so focusing on creating the sounds that you want to be able to sing on? So you're like focusing more on solo right now.
Honestamente, ahorita estoy en un punto de mi carrera donde estoy más enfocado en mi trabajo porque créeme lo que bueno, tengo mucho tiempo de estar en esto y siempre fui como que más productor que artista porque la verdad lo de artista fue un poquito difícil para mí, pero siempre yo soñaba ser artista, no productor. Pero como te digo, ahorita estoy enfocado más en lo mío. Tengo varios artistas que están bajo la compañía de nosotros, que todavía los estoy trabajando, pero estoy más ahorita metido en mi carrera. Tengo por ahí como 17 canciones que todavía no he sacado y estoy un poquito corriendo con el tiempo, pero sí estoy trabajando también con otros artistas.
He's saying that he is working with a few other artists under their label, but he said that he's right now more focused in his own career. He said he didn't really do the artist thing because it was really hard for him, but he does do mainly like the producing and stuff like that, and he does have a few other artists that he's working with.
I understand. Yeah, it's unique to be on both sides of the board to understand the artist's viewpoint and the mixer's viewpoint, and understanding where they both meet and being able to manipulate that how you would like to. That's definitely an edge. Congratulations.
Thanks, man.
For sure, boss. And as far as I know, you said you're working with certain artists in your label right now. Is if how would some artist reach out to you who's definitely a fan of your music and would like to work with you, as far as like if because we have artists that come into the lives, that as a matter of fact we have a few here, and I always try to make sure I get that question out because a lot of times they don't get a chance to reach out or they don't know the proper way of reaching out, you know what I'm saying, for it to be received correctly. So is that a possibility, and how would they go about doing that?
Honestamente, ahorita ellos están básicamente, como te decía, trabajando su propia música, pero también tenemos par de colaboraciones juntos, lo cual ellos básicamente se sienten muy felices por tener esa oportunidad, por la admiración que también tienen por mí y yo igual por ellos. Entonces, tenemos par de proyectos ahí que hemos hecho juntos, tratamos de sacarlo, ver si funcionaba, ¿no? Tratar de juntar a esos fanáticos que tenemos, pero que en realidad ahora, como te lo digo, están cada quien por su lado, estamos viendo de qué manera funciona esto y pues no, yo sigo siempre, como te digo, ahí a la orden para las personas que llegan a mí y quieran trabajar conmigo, siempre estoy ahí a la orden, pero sí ya como te digo, estoy más enfocado en mi carrera, pero siempre hay como un espacio abierto ahí para que ellos puedan trabajar conmigo también.
Y bueno, una pregunta, ¿cómo es que, digamos, porque aquí entran muchos de los artistas con los que ya hemos trabajado, que tal vez quieran comunicarse contigo, ya sea para trabajar juntos, hacer una colaboración o algo, ¿cómo se podrían contactar contigo?
En este caso tengo ahí ya un grupo de trabajo que de verdad un equipo de trabajo que está ahí a la orden en la cuestión de colaboraciones. Ellos pueden hacer contacto con ellos. Ahí en mi perfil de mis redes sociales siempre está ahí toda su información. Entonces pueden llegar con ellos, platicar, negociar y podemos ver de qué manera se trabaja y estamos listos para eso.
So they could probably contact, ¿cómo se llama? Room
Music Record.
Room Music Record. It's on all their social medias, on his Instagram and everything. He has their information. So if they were to want to contact him regarding a feature or something, they can contact Room Music
Record.
Room Music Records.
Room Music break records.
Don't worry. I'm gonna ask you. I'm gonna ask you again here in a few moments when you give out your tags. The So I got two last ones. The first one is: do you have any performances that we should be aware of that are coming up, where people can come out and see you and support?
Sí, ahora tengo un festival en Los Ángeles, es el 5 y 6 de agosto. Ese es lo más cercano que tengo por ahora, pero todavía ahí estamos viendo si también tenemos otro festival en El Salvador, que eso es en noviembre, pero lo más cercano ahorita es lo de Los Ángeles.
So he is actually going to be performing in a festival in Los Angeles on August 5th and 6th. He'll be there. That's what he has coming up. In the future, they are planning another festival to be in another festival mid-November, so or around that those dates. But for now, the closest thing that's coming up is Los Angeles.
Definitely sounds good. I know our magazine won't come out in time for that one, but whenever they get the flyer together for the one in November, please definitely get it to us. You know, our magazine comes out in September, and we're trying to get that in Walmart and Target as well. So if we can help share, definitely let us know, and that should give them enough time where they can try to make it out. As far as that, but my last question for you, Ncute, and I appreciate your time again, brother, is how can people support you? Where do they need to follow you at? You know, what are your links? What are your tags and things like that people can find?
Ok, ellos me pueden encontrar en todas mis redes sociales como Ncute-oficial, oficial con doble F, siempre lo digo. Y nada, estamos ahí siempre dándole gracias a la gente porque básicamente he tenido un gran apoyo en lo que es TikTok, también en Facebook. Ahora mi página de Facebook ha crecido increíblemente con las personas de México.
Vimos eso.
Me siento súper feliz y les traigo una sorpresa. Por ahí tengo una cumbia estilo Grupo Frontera hecha por este lápiz, letra propia, todo. Así que, bueno, me pueden seguir en todas mis redes sociales, plataformas digitales como Ncute-oficial.
So you can search him or find him as Ncute _ official double F on all platforms. And he has something under the sleeve. Right now, it's going to be like a cumbia, which is more my area. Coming up, he wrote it. Every word is him. So we'll see how that's going to come out. But I'm pretty sure I'm going to like that.
I'm pretty sure she. I'm not gonna lie. A lot of people don't know she puts me on most of the new music I hear. I spend a lot of time in the business actually doing the designs and things like that. But most of the time when she hears something like she did when she heard you, boss, she taps my ear and she says, "Hey, this guy's awesome. You should try to see if we can get him on the platform." So,
I really appreciate it.
Hey, we definitely appreciate you. We couldn't do it without you, brother. We're definitely going to be watching. We're going to, definitely be supporting, and we see great things coming for you. And until we meet again, and hopefully we will, boss, if you'd like to in the future, we wish you many blessings.
Anytime.
Whenever you want to come to Texas.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, man. Thank you, guys. I really appreciate it. I'm here anytime you need me, okay?
No, muchas gracias. Thank you. Muchas gracias.
Un placer.
Un placer. Y a ver si no la regué en algún pedacito.
No, perfecto, todo perfecto, de verdad.
This is definitely, thank you guys.
All right.
Muchas gracias. Bendiciones. All right, I'm out.
All right, guys, that concludes our very first bilingual podcast episode. Shout out to Ncute for coming through. I strongly advise everybody here, if you haven't heard of his music, please look this man up on all platforms. Great tunes, great vibes. If you're bilingual, great, you know what I'm saying? Great, you'll be able to understand the words. If you like me, man, and you just like something that's, you know what I'm saying, that's gonna be vibey, it's gonna be nice, and you know what I'm saying, you could just be yourself. Put them on, man. Definitely look them out, man. I definitely appreciate everybody who tuned in, tapped in. We wouldn't be where we are if it wasn't for you guys and the support. We did celebrate the end of our second year of business yesterday. We're going to year 3. So I really appreciate everybody who's part of this machine that we're putting together. Until the next time, guys, don't wait on the world to change when you could be the one to change the world. I have been missing. No offense. You guys have been awesome. Please hit the share button for me. We'll see you next time. Peace. Oh, Thursday, High Council. I'll make sure y'all catch it. Peace.